Hey, welcome back to the Survive channel. So one of my most viewed videos on YouTube has been my everyday drive carrying. And now for the past couple of months, I've not been carrying that original kit. The main reason for that is because the compartment here, my driver's door, is significantly smaller than it was before. So what I've done is I've had to downsize my kit and upgrade some of the tools. And so you can see now that fits into my driver's door. So advantage of this is that it is readily accessible from the inside. Just pull that out and have access to my EDC gear. So anyways, let's go inside and I'll show you what I've added, some of the stuff I removed, and kind of explain why I chose to add what I chose. All right, so the first thing we'll talk about is the bag itself. So this is the Roaring Fire Ember. Basically, it's a bit smaller than what I used in the previous kit, which was the Vanquest bag here. The Vanquest also, when it's full of gear, it's quite a bit thicker. So it's a smaller, bit slimmer in size as well. You might recognize the Roaring Fire. That's also what I use for my EDC. Major difference is this one opens like a book, and this one opens basically like a clam, which is convenient when you wear this on your belt. All right, so this has the Cordura, the nylon, the 1000D, very wear-resistant material. It's got kind of like a MOLLE kind of concept here in the back and on the front. Not identical to what you see in the MOLLE straps, but the same kind of concept there, where if you want, you could tie this down or attach it to other packs. All right, it does have a really nice pull strap on the top, which we use in the car to access this. Those on the top here also have some Velcro for a patch. Interestingly, you also have some space down below that Velcro. I'm not sure what that's for. Nor am I sure what they want or they had in mind for the elastic right here. I mean, if you guys have any ideas, I'll be interested to read what you guys have to say about that. Let me know in the comments. I really don't know what they had in mind there. Anyways, so that's that. This also does have some YKK zippers. Makes it a bit quieter, a bit better quality as well. All right, so the bag like this costs $26, which is also a bit cheaper than what I paid for the Vanquest bag. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll show you what we have inside now. All right, so I do like the orange interior. I like that it's bright. It just kind of helps you see your gear a bit better. So I had to bring back the WD-40 pin from the previous kit that I put together. This got me so many comments. It was just hilarious. So in the previous video, I mentioned that WD-40 was a lubricant. So I was corrected multiple times. In fact, 2-3 years later, I'm still getting comments where people say it's not a lubricant. So, okay, we won't call it a lubricant. Anyways, it's a WD-40 pin. You see here on the tip, this is basically a wooden tip. And what you do is you just press it down. It becomes saturated and then you can apply it to any surface there. We'll just put it that way. So anyways, I had to bring that back because, I don't know, that brought in so much attention to the last kit. All right, so one of the things that I changed, and maybe not everybody's gonna appreciate the change, is in my previous kit, I had a very large, very chunky pocket knife. Of course, a very nice pocket knife. This is the Tops Buck, the CSRT. I mean, this thing is about as tough as they get for folding knives. And the cool thing about it was that on the back, you can use this bit set right here, and the bits fit right there, and you can use the knife kind of like a ratchet kind of concept there with that. But anyways, you can see these two items are really large, pretty heavy. And so I'm trying to downsize. And so I went with the next tool. This is the E1. And so the reason why I went with this mostly is because you can see it also has a little bit driver here. And then sold separately is a bit kit, also from Nextool. So I can get all of my bits in here. You see a bunch of different options. It is magnetic, so these don't fall. Well, that one just decided to fall out. But anyways, they're not supposed to fall out of there. And if you also notice, these are identical to what the Leatherman uses. So it's kind of flat on the one side and then works about like that. So anyways, these also do fit in a Leatherman. I tested it out intentionally. So anyways, I got my bits, which kind of replaces that bit set, which was a lot larger. So I'm going to show you what else do we have in this knife. So pretty cool is that it has a number 11 X-Acto blade holder. So you just slide this down and then you can pop this out and then just get a replacement. And that way you have a really sharp knife. Now, it's not the only knife they have included. You also have one right here. So a small little blade. That, of course, is not replaceable. One of the issues I do have with that, you'll notice that it is a tip down carry. And so if you're carrying this in your pocket instead of in a pouch, you do have to basically pull it out and do a flip your hand before you can access the blade with one hand. So kind of a small inconvenience, again, if you're carrying that in your pocket. All right, it has a small little can opener here, nice and sharp, and also a little scraper there on the tip. All right, and then after that, some of the tools, those are the main tools that are easy to find and are easy to access. The rest of the tools are not that easy to open. All right, so here's a little file. Honestly, the file is worthless. It's like not abrasive at all. At least you have a really strong flathead screwdriver, I guess. All right, so then the next thing that is not as obvious is this really large set of scissors, which kind of breaks my brain because it feels like I'm supposed to open this up, until it's like, I don't know, kind of parallel with the handle. That's actually how it's meant to be opened up. And in your hand, it's actually rather convenient to use it like that. Really nice shears. You see, really large for a tool of this size. So that's pretty cool. But that is one of the things that if I just hand this tool to somebody, they typically don't even find the scissors. All right, so maybe not the easiest, maybe user, we can call it an interface. You guys know what I'm talking about. So anyways, again, a bit of a step down from the Tops buck. So a knife like this costs around $26. And then if you want the bit set, that also costs an additional $13. A lot of times I've noticed that these are on sale on Amazon. And so I'll have some links down below. All right, and then for the flashlight, I changed over to the Barut. This is the V20. Once again, a slightly cheaper flashlight than I was using before. There's several things in this that I really like. But first of all, this has a 1000 lumen. It's the max output there, which again is 1000 lumens is more than enough. You also do have the other settings. You get the high, the low, and of course also like a moonlight feature as well. But then what's also cool, you see you get the two LEDs right here. These are the white ones, and the two in the middle are actually a red light. And this is also very bright. It reminds me a lot of the Woobin X3, that really bright red light. And then the next cool thing is on the front, you also have some small LEDs. So you see you got like a police style. And so you're in a car, let's say you're out in the dark, changing a tire. You can set this up, on the magnet, just so people see you, make sure they don't run into you. So you have a white light. Let's see, you also have a green light, got a red light, I think it's a blue light. So anyways, you can go between those different colors for whatever reason. Now, what else is cool about this is that it actually swivels. So the head swivels 180 degrees. And then the back also has a magnet on it. So basically you could stick this onto your car, swivel the head down, and then illuminate the spot there where you're working. So that's always really cool. I like the swiveling head. I like the magnet on the back. There is one more feature about this that is really interesting. I don't know that if I have much use for it, but it's definitely unique. If you press and hold down this button, you'll see there's a speaker here in the back. So it's kind of like an emergency whistle or something along that line. So anyways, you also have a pocket clip. It is a double-sided pocket clip. Type-C rechargeable, 1100 milliamp hour built-in battery. So basically, it's in a kit like this, it has everything I need. It's bright enough, has plenty of additional features to make it useful, especially for a car kit. So anyways, a flashlight like this costs right around $33. And so once again, not a bad price for getting something in your kit. All right, we'll put this right over here to the side, make sure we have enough space for everything. Now, this is something kind of funny. Well, not necessarily funny. It's funny that I included it because I don't like this kit at all. I picked this up on Amazon. I thought it'd be a cool idea until I got it, and it's pathetic. I mean, it's literally not sharp at all. And so, okay, this is a survival card. I need the knife. It's not even sharp. I mean, are you supposed to like sharpen it in advance? I'm not even sure. Anyways, it's supposed to have, you see all these different little things in here. You got the fishing hooks and the sewing needles, buttons, you got some tweezers, some saw, and that kind of stuff. Anyways, I don't know how well it would work. If you guys are interested in me testing this out, let me know. Otherwise, this is one of the things I really don't recommend picking up. If you guys have ever used that, if you bought that on Amazon, let me know what you thought about it. All right, so moving on. This is one of the things that I upgraded that actually many of you had advised me to upgrade. I was using some True Utility fingernail clippers, and many of you mentioned that I should go to the Victorinox fingernail clippers, and these are super nice. They're just as slim as the True Utility ones, but they're a lot sharper, and I really like them a lot better. So very good advice there from many of my subscribers and watchers. All right, also I used to have a Gorilla USB, basically dongle. I changed it out for the Victorinox. This is the At Work Jet Setter, and so you'll see right here, it has a USB drive. 32 gigabytes. You have your USB Type A. You can swivel it around. Then you have your USB Type C. And so really convenient because now I can attach this to my cell phone or to my laptop and go between them. So basically, I carry some important documents like with this, basically on this with me. It also has a set of scissors, and it has a set of, basically it has the Phillips screwdriver combo tool. So you'll notice this does not have a knife in it. That's how it comes originally. That's why they call it the jet setter. It's supposed to be safe for basically TSA travel. I'm not sure if the scissors would get you in trouble or not. They shouldn't. So anyways, USB drive there, a couple of extra tools. All right, then right here, I have, basically this is a backup flashlight. So one of the problems with any kind of flashlight like this is if you accidentally get the button pressed down, the battery drains, then you're in an emergency situation and you're like, I have a flashlight, you take it out and the battery's drained. Well, this right here takes AAA batteries. There's no buttons to push. You literally have to screw the back of it for it to turn on. So basically, this is just a backup flashlight just in case that one, the battery drains on that one. Like I said, it takes a AAA right there. So this is the Olight, the i3E EOS. And of course, I brought along a spare AAA battery just in case. All right, then I got a couple of zip ties right here. Again, in a car bag, the zip ties might come in handy. All right, here we got a little bit of Gorilla Tape. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you know I like using the Gorilla Tape. It's basically like duct tape, a bit stickier. This one right here is the thinner stuff. And I've got just a couple of pills. Again, this is not my first aid kit. This is basically, it's just some secondary items just in case I'm in the car, somebody wants something. This is readily accessible. So I have some Dramamine for car sickness, Benadryls for allergies. Then I got some Pepto-Bismol tabs, again for stomach problems, and just 2 painkillers. Right in the back, I have a Right in the Rain, basically notepad. I keep some important phone numbers, some other information in here. Again, just in case my battery on my phone, say the battery dies or whatever, I have some numbers written down. All right, and a couple of Band-Aids, some different sizes. Again, if you guys have watched my videos, you know I like the Curad, the Performance Series. All right, let's go ahead and fold this over. Put these right here. All right, so in this kit, I also used the Clipper lighter, which in the previous kit, I don't know why I chose to use a ferro rod and striker, but this one I had in the kit, which of course for a car kit is not very practical. Maybe something for camping. This is pretty cool right here. It's got an adjustable flame size right there. So if that's too big, you can adjust it. It is refillable, which is better than the Bics, which is one of the reasons why I decided to move over to this, which by the way, this was also recommended to me by some of my viewers and some of my subscribers. So a really nice little lighter right here. All right, the next thing is I use another one of the Kettleon pins. Now you guys will recognize this from the pocket organizer I put together. I use their, this is the, what's that called? The frag pin. So this is kind of similar, same size. You can see it's miniature, I would say. I mean, not the best option for self-defense. I mean, you could, but I mean, not really best option. I just like it because it's small. It's got the bolt action to it. I do wish that this bolt, it feels kind of plasticky. I mean, the quality feels fine, but it's still, I wish it was maybe metallic. So anyways, nice, small, tactical looking pin. They're from Kettleon. All right, the spare USB to USB-C charging cable. Now, one of the things I don't have in this kit that I think maybe would have been needed is a power bank. Now, in the previous kit, I did have a power bank, one of the Anker power banks, but I didn't put it in this one because it's a very thick, chunky thing. It didn't use that much, and so that's also one of the reasons in this kit, remaking it, I'm trying to use just the things that I used more often, with exception to the WD-40 pin. I added that one just for you guys, maybe a bit for laugh's sake. All right, so USB to USB-C, that'll still come in handy. And this is a little upgrade I did. I used to have this small little pry tool. Changed it out for, this is the O-Tackle 2 from O-Knife, which is the sister company of Olight. So it's titanium, you got a bit of a ruler here, some copper accents, and just overall a pretty nice little pry tool. Right, another item that I kept from the previous kit is the spork from Kershaw. This is their miniature size. You can see you got a spoon on this side, the fork on this side. So this does get a bit of use. You're in the car, you're eating something, if you have a plastic fork or no fork at all, it comes in handy, and again, it's readily accessible. All right, this is one of the things I like also to carry in a lot of my kits. This is the sliver gripper. And so it is based on some really strong tweezers. These are actually made in the USA, which is always cool. I appreciate gear being made in the USA. All right, next thing has also been advised by many of my subscribers. So when I put together kits like this, a lot of people comment saying I should carry spare cash. And it's a great idea, and I agree with the concept. You got some small bills, some larger bills. So if you need it for, I don't know, like a toll road or for a vending machine, you've got some spare cash. And the way I decided to carry it is in the Boker. This is a Boker pocket knife. It's the slimmest knife I have. You can see that's just like super slim, nice and sharp. And the pocket clip on the back works great as a money clip. So I get a spare knife and I can carry my cash that way. Don't got to worry about it, I don't know, getting all over the place. All right, we'll put that there. We got a wet wipe. Again, right there accessible, close by the car. When you're driving, those will come in handy quite often. All right, and then the last thing in the kit was also something that I changed out. This is the emergency poncho. In my previous kit, I had one of these space blankets, one of those Mylar blankets, which when I thought about it, a poncho makes a lot more sense. Again, being a car kit, there's a good chance if I'm out, I have to change a tire and it's raining and so on. This is gonna come in a lot more handy than a Mylar space blanket will be. It is a bit thicker when it's all closed up than the Mylar space blankets are. But nonetheless, I think that is a great option compared to the Mylar space blankets. All right, so that is it for everything in this kit. So let me know what you think about what I've added here, maybe some things I've upgraded, maybe downgraded, removed. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be definitely reading the comments. Curious to see what you guys have to say. Let me know what you carry if you have a kit similar to this. Once again, this is not a survival kit. It's not a bug out kit. You're not gonna see like a tourniquet in here. This isn't my trauma kit. This is, as you saw, something I can pull right out of my driver's door, get some EDC gear. And so anyways, if you have something similar to that, let me know what you carry, or maybe what you would advise me to change. As you saw, several items in here are actually from what people have advised, some of my viewers, subscribers. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.